Welcome back, curious mind. Today, 7 chromatography champions have gathered for the biggest chemistry championship ever. Each one claims to be the best at separating mixtures. But who will become the ultimate champion? Let's find out. The hosts enter the stadium. Before the competition begins, let's understand what chromatography is. Imagine a bag filled with mixed candies. Your task is to separate each color into different bowls. That's exactly what chromatography does. But instead of candies, it separates chemicals. Chromatography is a laboratory technique used to separate, identify, and sometimes purify the components of a mixture. It was first discovered by a Russian scientist while separating plant pigments. The referee announces every contestant must obey one rule. Each competitor will travel through two worlds. Stationary phase, the world that never moves. Mobile phase, the moving world that carries everyone forward. Some contestants love staying in the stationary phase. Others enjoy traveling with the mobile phase. The more a substance sticks to the stationary phase, the slower it moves. The more it prefers the mobile phase, the faster it reaches the finishing line. The difference is what separates the mixture. Contestant 1, step forward. Paper chromatography. I may look simple, but don't underestimate me. I use ordinary filter paper as a stationary phase. A solvent moves upon by capillary action, carrying the sample with it. Different substances travel different distance because each have a different attraction towards the paper and the solvent. I am perfect for separating dyes, inks, plant pigments, and food colors. The audience applause. Score. Simple, cheap, best for education. Thin layer chromatography. I use a plate coated with silica gel or aluminum instead of paper because my stationary phase is finer and more uniform. I separate components faster and with better resolution than paper chromatography. Scientists use me to check drug purity, identify compounds, and monitor chemical reaction. Paper chromatography smiles. You really are faster than me. Score. Faster, better resolution. The applause again. Start. The next contestant walk in carrying a tall glass column. Column chromatography. I may look simple, but don't judge me by my appearance. Inside my column is a stationary phase made up of silica gel or alumina. The sample is carefully poured onto the top of this column. Then a solvent, called the mobile phase, flows downward through the column. Some components stick strongly to the stationary phase, while others don't. Those that stick less travel faster and come out first. Those that stick more move slow and come out later. That's how I separate mixtures. Special ability, I can separate and purify large amount of components. That's why I am widely used in research laboratories, pharmaceutical industries, and natural product isolation. The audience cheers loudly. Scorecard purifies large qualitatives, excellent separation, common in research laboratories, best for natural product isolation. Suddenly, a stream of gas rushed into the stadium. Gas chromatography. I don't even use a liquid mobile phase. I use an inert gas like helium or nitrogen. Only components that can easily vaporize can compete with me. That's why I am the best for perfumes, essential oils, food flavoroids, alcohol testing, and forensic investigations. HPLC notes respectfully. Those samples are your specialty. Scorecard best for volatile substance, very fast analyze, high sensitivity used in forensic analysis. A powerful machine enters high performance liquid chromatography HPLC. I don't rely on gravity or capillary action. I use high pressure pumps to push the mobile phase through a tightly packed column. Because of this, I separate compounds with extremely high accuracy. I can detect even tiny amount of chemicals. I provide extremely accurate and sensitive results. Hospitals, pharmaceutical companies, and research labs depends on me. Everyone look at HPLC surprisingly. Scorecard extremely accurate, very high sensitive, handles complex mixtures, gold standard for pharmaceuticals. Contestant carrying magnet walk onto the stage. Ion exchange chromatography. I don't separate components by size. I separate them by electrical charge. My stationary phase contains tiny charged particles called resins. Positively charged molecules are attracted to the negatively charged resins. Negatively charged molecules are attracted to positively charged resins. By changing the pH or salt concentration of the mobile phase, I release them one by one. That's how I achieve separation. Special abilities. I am the champion for separating proteins, amino acid, nucleic acid, and water ions. Hospital, biotechnology companies, and water treatment plants relies on me every day. Everyone claps in amazement. The final contestant enters carrying a basket full of tiny porous breads. Gel filtration chromatography. I don't care about charge. I don't care about attraction. I only care about size. Inside my column are tiny gel beads filled with microscopic pores. Small molecules enter these pores and take a large path through the column. Large molecules are too big to enter the pores. They travel around the beads and reach the end much faster. So, large molecules come out first, small molecules come out later. Special ability, I separate proteins, enzymes, antibiotics, DNA fragments, and other biological molecules without damaging them. That's why I am one of the most important techniques in biotechnology and biochemical. The audience gives a standing ovation. Scorecard separate by molecular size, gentle on proteins, no damage to biomolecules, ideal for protein purification. The judge says every chromatography techniques use one of these separation principles: absorption, partition, ion exchange, molecular size, affinity. Different mixture requires different principle. The championship is over, but the real game begins in the real world. Pharmaceutical laboratory, DNA laboratory, food testing laboratory, water pollution testing, crime investigation, hospital diagnosis. Chromatography helps scientists develop medicine, test food safety, identify criminals, detect pollution, diagnose disease, and purify proteins. Advantage appears as gold trophies, high accuracy, high sensitivity, separates complex mixtures, needs only a small sample. Then the challenges appears: expensive instrumentations, time consuming sample preparation, skilled operatives required. Some methods use large amount of solvents. The judge announced. So, who win the championship? The audience becomes silent. All seven contestants smile. The judge raises the trophy and says, "Real championship is chromatography itself." The special awards: the Best Beginning Award, Paper Chromatography, Fastest Performer Award, Thin Layer Chromatography, Best Purification Award, Column Chromatography, Speed and Volatile Expert Award, Gas Chromatography, Precision Champion Award, High Performance Liquid Chromatography, Charge Master Award, Exchange Chromatography, Biomolecule Champion Award, Gel Filtration Chromatography. The judge continues. Every chromatography technique is designed for a different purpose. There is no single best technique. The real championship is the scientist who chooses the right technique for the right sample. The 7 champions stand together and lift the trophy. So remember, chromatography is just one technique. It is a family of powerful methods working together to solve scientific mysteries. In science, the best tool isn't the most powerful one, it is the one that's right for the job. See you in the next episode of Easy Peasy Chemistry, where every story reveals the chemistry behind the world around us. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow Easy Peasy Chemistry for more fun chemistry stories.